Matthew chapter 2. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem village, Judah territory, this was during Herod's kingship, a band of scholars arrived in Jerusalem from the east. They asked around, "Where can we find and pay homage to the newborn King of the Jews?" We observed a star in the eastern sky that signaled his birth. We're on the pilgrimage to worship him. When the word of the inquiry got to Herod, he was terrified, and not Herod alone, but most in Jerusalem as well. Herod lost no time. He gathered all the high priests and the religious scholars in the city together and asked, "Where's the Messiah supposed to be born?" They told him, "Bethlehem, Judah territory." The prophet Micah wrote it plainly. "It's you, Bethlehem, in Judah land, no longer bringing up the rear. You will come up the leader, who will shepherd you, O my people, my Israel." Herod then arranged a secret meeting with the scholars from the east, pretending to be as devout as they were. He got them to tell him exactly when the birth of mountain star appeared. Then he told them the prophecy said, about Bethlehem, and said, "Go find this child. Leave no stone unturned. As well as you find him, send the word, and I'll join you at once in your worship." Instructed by the king, they set off. The star appeared again, the same star. They've had seen it in eastern skies. It led them on until it hovered over the place of the child. They could hardly contain themselves. They were in the right place. They had arrived right on time. They had entered the house, and they saw the child in the arms of Mary, his mother. Overcome, they would kneel and worship him. Then they opened the luggage and presented gifts: gold, frankincense, myrrh. In a dream, they were warned not to report back to Herod, so they worked out another route, left the territory without being seen, and they returned to their own country. After the scholars were gone, God's angel showed up again in Joseph's dream and commanded, "Get up, take the child and his mother and flee to Egypt. Stay until further notice. Herod is on the hunt for this child. He wants to kill him." Joseph obeyed. He got up, took the child and his mother under cover of darkness. They were out of their town as well as on their way by daylight. They lived in Egypt until Herod's death. This Egyptian exiled fulfilled what Hosea preached: "I called my son out of Egypt." Herod, when realized that the scholars had tricked him, flew into a rage. He commanded the murder of every little boy 2 years old and under who lived in Bethlehem and surrounding hills. He was determined that the age of the information that he got from the scholars, that was when the Jeremiah sermon was fulfilled. A sound was heard in Ramah, weeping and much lament. Rachel weeping for her children, Rachel refusing all solace. Her children gone, dead and buried. Later, when Herod died, God's angel appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt. "Up, take the child and his mother and return to Israel. All those out to murder the child are dead." Joseph obeyed, and he got up and took the child and his mother and re-entered Israel. When he heard, though, that Archelaus had succeeded his father Herod as king of Judah, he was afraid to go there. But Joseph was directed in a dream to go to the hills of Galilee. On arrival, he settled in the village of Nazareth. This was a fulfillment of a prophetic words. He shall be called a Nazarene. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.